What's the deal? It's your man Tony Redz, a.k.a. Mr. 24/7, live from the CBS Green Room. It's going down. Look who I got in the building, DMV. It's the plug of the city. I got my man GoldLink in the building.
Say.
DMV, born and raised. What's up, man?
Coolin', man.
Man, let's just talk about you and what you've been doing, man. You've been out here buzzing.
Yeah, trying to.
I mean, 1 million downloads on Spotify.
Yeah.
I mean, you want 1 million people just to know who you is, man.
Yeah,
That's
man.
a beautiful situation. You know, freshman class, XXL 2015. Like, you really putting in some work now. You're on Coachella 2017.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's next? It's like you got everything on lock. What's next?
Yeah, man. We're just working on an album for the people.
Right.
But mainly just for the city, you know. I just feel like the city needs more shine and needs like a more solidified sound and like a solidified image. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I've been working on.
So in your project, who have you been working with on your projects, you know, that you feel like, hey, I wanted to work with that person and I got that person working on a project with?
It's a lot of people. A lot of big names, honestly. That just was like behind the scenes, but K-Tronada mainly.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a big one.
That's huge because that's like crossover right there.
Yeah.
So once you got that under your belt, so now who you shooting for?
Honestly, I pretty much worked with everybody I wanted to work with.
Oh, so you know your bucket list is already full.
It's pretty fast. Yeah, fast. You know.
There it is, man. So now, when you look at your body of work, like when you write, who do you write for? Do you write for the people? Do you write for who do you write for?
It depends. It's like for example, like I wrote for myself in the last project go around, and then this one I wrote for the city, and I wrote for the people who don't have a voice, or I wrote from my father's point of view, I wrote from my man's point of view. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of write from different things I see. I mean, all from my eye, but my perspective through everybody else's eye.
There it is. So you haven't since you DC born and raised, you have a go background. Has that helped you when you write your songs?
Yeah, because it's like I think I have a natural bounce just because of the city that I'm from. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this certain BPM speed that I can always hit a certain pocket because it's a certain bounce every time.
It's like a cadence.
It's a
cadence. Once you fall into that cadence, it's a rap.
Right. And I think all the kids who from the city have that same thing.
Right. I mean, when you listen to a lot of the local rappers, they got that kind of bounce swag to it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, you know, when you're looking at projects like this and you see a lot of kids from the DMV trying to make it out, like, what would you tell them?
I mean, just keep doing exactly what it is that you do because you're unique. You're unique because nobody's city is like your city.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So as long as you keep doing, that's what I did.
Right.
I just did what I felt that I thought was right, and it ended up working for me.
So now do me a favor, because you know I support a lot of local artists. Like, did it come overnight? Because they feel like it's just supposed to come overnight.
No, it did not come overnight. It was a lot of. I wrote a lot and I recorded a lot. I lost a lot of computers. I went through a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? So like even from losing my houses through raids or losing computers when I lost like 4 or 5 of them because they would crash. You get what I'm saying? Like I was working every day and I'd be in the studio. I would sleep there. I ain't sleep for days. I would barely eat so I can get there.
Right.
I eat Chipotle bowls every day, once a day. You know what I'm saying? Like
shout out to Chipotle.
Right.
He needs money.
And like it took a long time. And if in hindsight, it didn't take a long time, but it felt like a long time because the process was I was so adamant on.
Right, because it was persistent. It's like the laws of attraction. Anything that you put out is liable to come back 100-fold. I keep trying to tell a whole lot of artists that. And let's talk about the music business, like from your aspect, because since you're from the city, tell them how important it is to know the business aspect of copywriting your music, of media base, coding your records, things of that nature. Because they spin my record, but then I spin your record, it's a gold spin.
Exactly.
So you got to let them know about the business aspect of it.
Right, and that's one thing I had to learn and understand as I was progressing in my career was like I had to take a step back and kind of learn that as well. And I didn't want to go past that and let the music just kind of take off and then figure out the business later.
Right.
It's a lot that goes into it when you collaborate with records. Like you got to think about it as a rapper that doesn't produce his own songs, I only own 50% of the song now. And then if I get a feature,
so you gotta know about the split sheet.
Split, and it splits down. So the better the song does, I get more money, but the percentage is still So I have to do even bigger and bigger. And yeah, it's not a game, but you have to pay attention to those things.
Man, we sitting here getting the business from GoldLink right now. He's breaking it down to you right now. This costs money, okay? I want you to know that. Is there anything that you want to say to the DMV before you get up out of here? Because I know you got to roll.
Just keep doing exactly what you do. We are special, and don't let nobody tell us that we're not special. That's all I got to say.
There it is, man. It's your man, Tony Redz, a.k.a. Mr. 24/7, live from the CBS Green Room. GoldLink. Make sure you follow him at
GoldLink.
There it is. Simple as that. We popping, baby. Fix your face, stop hating, and cut your radios up at 7 p.m.